Hi friends, it's Miss Hannah. I'm here with another video for you guys today. And today I wanted to show you guys some fun ways that we can talk about shapes and learn about different shapes and practice drawing them by making something super fun that I like to call a shape monster. So I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different shapes, ways that you can make flashcards to practice learning your shapes, and how you can make your own shape monster. So let's go. All right, friends, let's get started talking about our shapes and then making our shape monster. So the first thing I'm going to show you is these flashcards that I made with a bunch of different shapes. I just made these by cutting pieces of paper into rectangles and then drawing and writing the name of the shape on them. This is something that you can make at home. Your mom or dad can help you to make them. It's really easy so that you guys can see the different kinds of shapes and you can practice. So the first shape that I have here is a triangle, and you can see my triangle is right here on my paper, and I'm going to tell you why I drew it up there too. So here's my triangle. My second shape that I have is my circle, which is also right here. It's the same, the circle. The next shape I have is my square, which you can also see right here at the top of my paper. This shape is a special one, and I know that some of my friends know what it's called. This is a shape that we call a rhombus. It's also sometimes called a diamond, but it has a special name called a rhombus. And you can see it right here on my paper. The next shape is an oval. You can see it's kind of like if you took a circle and stretched it out to make it bigger. It's an oval, the same as right here. This shape is a rectangle. It's kind of like the oval, but instead of a circle, it looks like a square that someone took and pulled the size and stretched it out. So here's my rectangle. My next one should be pretty easy. This is a heart right here. And then the next few are a little bit tricky. So here's a shape called a trapezoid. Can you say trapezoid? It's a little bit hard. You can slow it down. Trapezoid. This shape has a long special name. So this is what we call a trapezoid, and I have it right here too. And then my next shape is called an octagon. So here is my octagon. An octagon is special because of how many sides it has. So let's go ahead and count how many sides the octagon has. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The octagon has 8 sides. And an octagon is also the shape that you see when you see stop signs outside. And the last shape, it's kind of similar to the octagon, but it's called a pentagon. And this shape is special because of the number of sides that it has. So let's count how many sides are on a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A pentagon has 5 sides. And here's my pentagon up here. So now that I have all my shapes, what I wanted to do was show you something that I like to do, which is to make a shape monster. And this is a really fun way to practice drawing shapes and practice remembering them, and also just make something really fun. And when you're finished, you can color it, you can name it, play with it, whatever you want to do. So to help me remember all the shapes that I have, I like to draw all the shapes up at the top of my paper. So first, let's count how many shapes we have. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 shapes we can choose from. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our own monster. But every part of the monster's body is going to be a different shape. So I like to start by drawing the monster's eyes. So for the monster's eyes, I'm going to choose a shape. Let's choose a heart. So I'm going to draw 2 hearts because I want my monster to have 2 eyes. There's 1 and 2. Next, I like to draw the monster's nose. So let's pick, how about a rhombus for the nose? We'll just give him 1 nose. And for the mouth, let's use a triangle. So I'm going to copy my triangle down here for my monster's mouth. So now my monster has eyes, a nose, and a mouth. If you want to add more parts to your monster's face, you can add as much as you want. Sometimes I like to put an inside part to their eyes. So maybe I want to choose a circle. And I can put 1, 2 circles inside of their eyes. Once their face is finished, I usually like to add their head. So let's see, what shape should we use for our monster's head? Why don't we use a pentagon? So I'm going to look at my pentagon and see if I can draw a pentagon shape for my monster's head. Remember those 5 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, now my shape monster has 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and a head. Next up is the body. So we get to choose another shape. Let's see, we haven't used a triangle. So let's give my shape monster a triangle body. Then the next part is fun because we're going to draw the arms. And you can choose however many arms you want your monster to have. So for me, I think I'm going to use rectangles and I'm going to draw 3 arms for my monster. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, and 3. We'll put another one over here. Now for my monster's hands, I'm going to choose, how about circles? No, we already used circles here. I like to try and use all of my shapes. So let's use ovals. 1, 2, 3. Now my monster has 3 oval hands. Next, I can draw my monster's legs. And I see 2 shapes that I haven't used yet. I'm going to use the trapezoid for my monster's legs. So here's 1. I'm just going to go ahead and give my monster 2 legs, since the trapezoids are really big. They almost look like really big shoes. Those are my trapezoid legs. And then my monster needs some feet. And I think that we should use the octagon. So remember, the octagon has 8 sides, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm looking at my shape monster and I realize there's actually one more shape that I never used. I never used a square. And I think my monster is missing some ears. So I'm going to give my monster some ears, and I'm going to give the ears right up here. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. So now you see my monster has hearts for eyes with circles in the middle, a rhombus for a nose, a triangle for a mouth, a pentagon for a head with 2 square ears. My monster has a triangle body, 3 rectangle arms, 3 oval hands, 2 trapezoid legs, and 2 octagon feet. So at this point, you're pretty much done. You can add anything else that you want. Sometimes I like to give my monsters hair. Sometimes you can draw like clothes on them. Sometimes I give them a pocket with a little design. You can color them, name them, and you can make as many shape monsters as you want. Sometimes I make shape animals. Sometimes I make shape superheroes. And this is just a really fun way that you can keep practicing your shapes and practicing drawing at the same time. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys try making your own shape monsters. And if you do, I would love to see them. So please show them, bring them to your classroom Zoom meetings, or post a picture, or bring them back to school when we open up again, and I'd love to see them. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.